Hello aspirants, prelims is over and I believe all of you must have already consulted the answer keys and have got the fair idea of your average score. So now it is a time for mains and we have to remain mindful that the gap between prelims and mains this year is less than the normal. Fine. So how are we going to address this new normal of UPSC examination? As you know that the number of students qualified with political science is increasing day by day, and hence it is very essential to understand the do's and the don'ts as far as the political science optional is concerned. So this is not the time when you sit with the textbooks and the reference books, especially students with non-humanities background. You must be aware that the students with non-humanities background have also done equally well. So it is not the time where you should be investing your time on discussing or either going through any reference books, etc. Don't be in that ideal mode. You have to be in your practical mode. So what a political science person with a political science optional thinking of getting an opportunity to write in the mains should be doing. So regarding political science, I don't have to tell you about the importance of the crash course. So crash course of political science will be more than enough to perform well in your mains examination. Our crash course first class will start on 23rd October. It will be organized in offline mode, but those students who cannot be accommodated in offline mode or they don't want to come to Delhi, they don't have to worry, because there will be the relay of these courses in online mode. Fine. So look at your convenience and comfort. It is not that you have to madly rush to Delhi. Look at your convenience and comfort. Crash courses available in both online and the offline mode. And how serious the crash course is, how important and determinant the crash course is in scoring good marks, you all must be knowing if you look the interviews and the interview sessions etc. of the toppers like Sadaf or Nisha Grewal. So we had already organized one interactive session with Sadaf. So we had organized interview with rank 10 Satyam Gandhi. All of these are emphasizing what is the significance of the crash course. So with crash course you can be at peace and you will develop the necessary confidence to deal with the examination. We have also invited rank 51 Nisha Grewal on 16th October to interact with the students and to give her or share her strategy about scoring good marks. So details will be available on the website. You all are invited to attend that particular session. Now, what will be the focus of the crash course? So there are two major concerns of the political science students. First is how to develop answer writing skill. Now in answer writing, what is the main problem? It's not that the dearth of the content, but structuring of the answers. So one focus of the crash course is to help students in structuring your answers, and for that we will be practicing certain probable questions, and we will be doing brainstorming like how these questions can be attempted easily. Now the second thing that often worries a political science student is the dynamic nature. Fine. So this dynamic aspect is primarily in international relations and comparatively less in Indian government and politics section. So in this crash course, I will be taking the classes so that your concern of the dynamic aspect, because lot of things have actually changed in international politics. In fact, the very frame of reference has changed. Now everywhere, everything is understood in terms of Indo-Pacific. We are at the cusp of a very major transition in international politics. So obviously you have to have a good grasp of the current developments in international relations. One thing, you have to develop ability to organize your thoughts and ability to write it in a systematic manner. Now another thing is, often there is a issue like how to integrate theory and facts. There also remains the focus of crash course. If any student does this crash course religiously, there is no reason that a student will not get good marks. Crash course is very, very important for those students who may not have been able to do the regular classes for any reason. So this is first part of my I wanted to tell. Political science crash course will take care of your problems, whatever are there, as far as the PSIR optional is concerned. And you must be aware that it also includes the test series. So the questions and answers, more question and answer we will do. Earlier we studied things in a form of a chapter. We introduced you with the basics. Now it is a time to learn the application, and this crash course will reduce your burden in a considerable manner, because after this it will not be required that you have to do anything else. From the time crash courses to start, it will start on 23rd. So from now onwards till 23rd, give a rapid reading of your class notes of political science. Note down the key facts, whatever you find is important. For example, if you are doing theory, then what you will forget. Suppose it is a theory of democracy. What will you forget? For example, Macpherson's theory. What are the key points? Make key notes, and while make your notes, ensure that these notes are of the size for which you can use for your multiple revisions. And obviously stop wasting time anymore on your prelims paper. What is done is done. It cannot be undone. You have to look forward. So this is one thing. But at the same time, I also want to remind that only by optional you will not be getting the ranks. You cannot rely on interviews. You have seen how subjective interviews have been. So maximization of marks in mains is going to be critical. So for general studies also, this is the time when you go for the test series. Fine. So go give more and more time for self study and go for writing the tests. This is the only thing a student should be doing. Now, most of us often ignore essay. So essay is what such area with limited efforts you can get decent marks from 130 to 140. So this is the time when you should not ignore essay. Any political science student is bound to have advantage not just in your subject. Why political science results are increasing in number? Because the students of political science not only do well in the optional, they also develop good grasp on your general studies, and the quality of answer which they write, whether it is in paper 1 social issues or paper 2 or ethics, are at a different level. So understand the strength of your optional, go for the networking of the ideas, and this is enough time we are having. Utilize it in a proper manner. Don't be foolish. You have to be very smart, because this is the time for which you have made efforts for more than 1 year. So I hope the message is clear. Don't ignore essay. As a political science student, you are having an advantage. Do answer writing, because this is the time for answer writing. Make a proper plan. As far as pol science is concerned, you can leave the entire burden on these classes. For political science students, you already know we have this test series and crash course. We also provide essay guidance and the guidance, or you can say, if you want, you can go for the GS test series program. Those students who will go for GS and pol science test series, there is also a integrated package available. And of course, I will be available at 25 Pusa Road to address the queries of students for next 1 week between 2 to 5 p.m. So anybody who wants to meet in person, you can come and meet during these days. Wishing you all the best. Thank you, all of you.